first race was September of '78. However, I did get my competition licence for trials in 1973, so this September it's 50 years I've had a competition licence. Ride my bike and enjoy the ride, and if I get the points, I get the points. I just like racing at 61. I love racing guys that are younger than me. It's fun, whoever it is, I don't care who it is, it's fun racing them. Whether it's first or fifth, I'm happy. It's a good race, it's a good race. You go to every round, different tracks, and just consistently stay in the top 5, and the overall wins. I may not win every race, but it's just a consistency at the end of the year. I might finish third at one event, win the next one. The other guys might be fifth, every round fifth, so it's just consistency really. The club was formed about 22, 23 years ago by a guy named John Glendenning, who was a personal friend of mine. My other bike was actually his bike, so it's got a special meaning to me. I wasn't really interested in vintage at all, but John kept badgering me, and then I actually met a couple of guys in the club, and they were really great guys, and just the heritage, the fun factor of riding an old bike. I do have a modern bike, but the older bikes, they don't go as fast. It's more about tinkering with them and just riding around them. They're more fun in that department. You got your favourites, but you like them all for different reasons. It's the same thing with the classes on the bike. So and most of the guys ride bikes, there's a reason why they ride that bike. Either it's their uncle, their cousin, their friend, their hero rode that bike when they couldn't afford it when they were an apprentice, or it's a bike their first bike that they rode. It's the same thing with guys with cars. It's the same thing, the car industry's the same. Guys see a car that they wish they could have had when they were 17 years old, couldn't afford it, and now they've gone out and they built that car and they drive around it. It's exactly the same thing. It's the nostalgia and reliving childhood, I suppose. Standard, these things are very, very low compression. What I've got in there, it's not that high really. This is a quick bike, but it's very, very smooth. It handles well, puts the power to the ground, and that's why it's fast, because it does everything nice. It doesn't make a lot of horsepower. This is probably 42, 43 horsepower at the back wheel. Not a lot. My 250's over probably 50, and this thing would probably blow that out of the weeds because it's just nice and smooth and tractable.